see. So that's your explanation.
Uh-huh.
Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it...
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
Yep.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it?
Yep.
As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can.
Yes.
But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
What? Oof.
If that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
Nope.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Yep.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Oh, how you
I
have
love
been...
how Byakuya struggles to grasp this. Dude, you yourself planted fake evidence just 2 trials ago. You didn't even have a good reason, he literally did it for shits and giggles.
I know. Oh, look how great Byakuya has humbled himself. To apologizing and saying the word please. Not demanding, but ooh, how he has been humbled.
Before we get to that, we need to
Make him
clarify
beg.
one other thing.
Lol. Make him beg.
We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
I know
It
this.
was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
No.
What do you think, Makoto?
The person who got the poison from the chem lab and brought it to the rec room, it has to be Sakura.
I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself?
Yep.
What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
I just noticed she does sound like a 12-year-old. You're lying! Like, I've been doing a different voice for her this entire time. I've been going like, hey, Makoto! What's wrong, Makoto? No, it's not a lie. Sakura definitely went to the Section C. I have to get Hina to admit that. Oh no, not this again. Okay. Oh no. I hate
You're
this.
a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! Just let it end already! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! Just let it end already! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! I'm telling you, I did it!
Oh my gosh, this is so much work.
What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! Just let it end already! You're a liar!
Seems easy to prove, no reason to have this screaming competition.
Right?
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! Just let it end already!
Oh no.
Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
Yes. The yellow powder.
Prove it. Did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
It did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Yes.
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
She spilled
And
it.
it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura.
Yep.
And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing,
Yep.
which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep.
Yeah.
Is there any problem with my thinking?
Nope.
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place?
To not alive.
The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
liven't.
Liven't, yes, liven't.
No, you didn't kill her.
The one who killed Sakura. The condition between Sakura and the poison, unsolved mystery of the locked room. The only one to explain it is Sakura herself. Where the hell is There she is.
Here's my answer. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
That was a lot of game.
What?
Bianca, like, what?
The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
Yes. It was unalivened.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it. All so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Yes. She wanted to create a locked room.
The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did.
Yep.
She sat there, drank the poison,
I was completely
and breathed
wrong.
her last breath.
With the assessment of what I thought would happen, I thought Hina was the one that got trapped in the room and tried to stop her from dying. But no, I was wrong. I admit it. I was slightly in the direction, but no, I was wrong.
And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina?
Yeah, because we never went to check on Hina because we were too busy with the body.
You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door. Because you already knew Sakura was dead. And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
Ah, yes.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything. And Kyoko was busy checking the body.
Mm-hmm.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
I have to go get him. I have to go get the others. On shaking legs, Hina left the rec room.
You said you were going to go get everyone else. But your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, The footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room...
I got everyone.
Ogre!
Oh, so she's dead, huh? And Sakura's been killed, I see.
While everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed.
Yikes.
You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body.
Mm-hmm.
The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
True.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation.
What was the point of that?
As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right?
Uh-huh.
The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
Yes.
No! No! No, 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 no! I killed her! I did it!
Yeah, you keep saying that to yourself.
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is. Actually, no. You're right.
Yep.
We have to end this properly.
Oof. We got closing arguments. Okay. So, from here, okay, Byakuya. Okay. So, her hiding, right? Okay, so, yeah, yep, yep, where's that smash bottle? Which one is it? No, not that one. Wait, where is it? This one. Right, Toko. Toko sees, is it Toko leaving? Upside down, wakes up, smashes bottle. That's right, right? She wakes up again. How did she just wake up from that? This? Right?
Here's exactly what happened. This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room.
Oh, I have to type it.
Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. One of them headed out a bit earlier than the others, Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else.
Toko
and
looks so
looked
pretty
around for
there.
a good hiding spot. And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked.
Yep.
Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her.
Yep.
Of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others.
But
in her rush, she made one little mistake.
Yep.
She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted.
Sorry.
This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura. And she freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon.
Yikes.
But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive.
It's like they couldn't kill me, I'll guess.
So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death? It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab.
I'll do it myself.
She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there.
Yep.
We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide.
How did they know though?
And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can.
Yeah.
Did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort...
Look at Toko's hair.
was you, Hina.
Wow.
That's the full truth of the case. Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
But why though?
That's what happened? Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Oh, Byakuya. Or poor Byakuya.
Oh, well, I mean...
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See, didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
She looks so smug. Lol. In the end, Byakuya was got back at it. Boom. Give me the Monocum corns.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Yeah, how do we vote a dead person?
That's right.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
So what do you do when they commit not die? It was Sakurai. Guilty. Guilty.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Sakura killed herself.
What did you say?
Okay, so give me a sec.
Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself. Okay, we're done here.
So that's the whole truth, huh? I see. But there's still one thing I don't understand. Hino, why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come up to light, you would have died along with the rest of us. And yet why did you do that?
Don't be mean.
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is this?
Because that's exactly what I wanted. What? I mean, the reason Sakura died is because all you pushed her to a corner. You all killed her. So that's why
You should have been the one to die.
I couldn't let her be the only one to die.
What?
You don't mean you were gonna take us all with you?
We have to atone for our sins because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes.
For serious? That's...
What is this?
You still don't understand? Then let me explain. Do you realize just how much despair Sakura was carrying on her when she died? Look at this. Such brutality has made me desperate.
So instead, I've been wanting to be killed. I'll do it by my own hands.
That's... I found it on the ground in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note. Suicide note? Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine.
I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. But now, you're suffering because of me?
No forgiveness!
You tried to protect me, but it's because of me! My closest friend got hurt!
Sakura?
Because of me, my friends, they're gonna kill each other. This is my responsibility.
Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault, which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked me to meet with them. You asked me to meet with those three? You can't, you don't see how dangerous that is?
Don't worry, I just want to talk to them.
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. If they all gang up on you at once, even you.
Please don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy.
Friends.
Aww. Sakura. She clearly believed. She completely believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, you would have understood she was a friend to us all. And yet. You trampled all over her feelings, and then you did the unthinkable.
No, that was just a misunderstanding.
What are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without even asking a single question, you tried to kill her. Do you even have any idea how desperate she was seeing you act like that? That's why her suicide note means, so instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it my own hands.
Why?
That's how far you pushed her.
Huh?
Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina, you came.
Wait, right there, I'll help you out.
Hina,
Huh?
I'm so glad I got to meet you.
What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
Huh?
A favor?
Some